All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of the No BS Airplane Show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your trusted internet pilot tonight as we launch here in Dulles Airport in the brand new TriStar L-1011 TriStar from iniBuilds. We're going to do a little deep dive into systems tonight, running through the checklist, where things are, see if they work, that kind of stuff. I ran through a little bit of the checklist on the Xbox later that night. After the last time I tried this airplane, later that night, I was able to get it to work a little bit on the Xbox. Not much, but a little bit. But yeah, we're going to be doing that. So let's get the game audio going. That's good. All right. Same livery that we tried last time. You know, good old Eastern Airlines. Let me get the weather fixed. Now, I put the link for the manual in the chat. I also put it in the description. I printed out a bunch of pages today. Last night, actually, I printed them out. So the whole checklist I have, it's about 12 pages back to back. It's a very long checklist. It goes, the PDF for this airplane is 146 pages. The checklist is 22 pages. So, yeah, it's, yeah. It's the same checklist that's on the tablet. Like, if you did want to use the tablet, you could. It's right here. It's essentially this same checklist. I like having it printed out and on a clipboard. That way we don't have to have that in the middle of the screen. Now, I never did get a chance to actually go look through the cabin. Let me kind of go look through the cabin since we never really got a chance to do that. I remember we talked about product placement. Here's all the fat snacks for Americans. Corn diggers. Cheese crunch.
Captain,
cheese crunch.
The cabin is ready for departure.
Thanks. Taffy tape. I mean, it looks good back here. GSX has a new update out now. If you have a GSX account, they have a new update that just came out. I think it's 3.8 point something or something. The seats look good. I mean, it looks good. Oh yeah, let's, there we are. Okay. So first thing we do is make sure all the circuit breakers are in. And it looks like every circuit breaker actually works. Yeah, that's wild. I wish they would click. Okay, so circuits. Now I do have the words turned on. They are a lot of circuits. See, they all look okay. They all look okay. Those look okay. Circuits back here look okay. Okay. So circuit breakers are in. Engine and APU fire pull handles. So APU is up here. APU handle is in. Fire handles are in. Oh, you know what? One thing I did want to show you. Give me a moment. Let me get this pulled up here. I don't know if it's better to show it this way or, okay, so here is the manual for the TriStar. When you are in here and you're working on it, in the checklist, if it says latched, right? Latched term is used to indicate a switch that has been pushed in. So figure latched is on, unlatched is off. Swan switches have flow bars to indicate flow of fluids. Those should be, we'll see those as we're going through like hydraulics and things like that. But yes, if you see it say unlatched, that means it's off. Latched means it's on. Okay, so that's good there. I want to look at one thing before we continue with this. I just want to look at the type of systems they have. I thought I saw panel state, aircraft. Okay, navigation. Maybe that's what that... Oh, this must be... This is... Okay. So this is where I believe your flight data will pull in. I'll talk about more of that when we get loaded up here. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Yep, that's exactly what that is. So let me build a quick flight plan real quick. Where the fuck are we at? Oh yeah, Dulles. Okay, let me get tablet out here. We'll just build it right here. Oops, not say intentions. There we go. All right, new. We'll call it Eastern's EST 3369 KIAD. We'll say we're going to Denver. We have the L. There we are. Default. We'll do pounds since we're in America. Let's get FAA domestic. Weather fuel 10 minutes. ATC fuel 30 minutes. Okay, and then let's just generate, because I don't really care what the route is. I just want to have it built so I can pull it in and show you guys what I'm going to be showing y'all. All right, let's close you back up. All right, continuous ignition. Let's make sure that is off. Continuous ignition, that would be... Okay, continuous ignition is off. Next, we have essential and number 2 master radio switches. Off. You know, maybe it'll be easier if I have you guys follow along on here. Give me a second. Let me shrink this down a little bit. It'll probably be easier for me too if I see it. I'm getting old, man. My eyes, I got some old man eyes. You got them old man eyes. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. All right, let's put on something else. Let's put on... Nope, I don't want to put that one on. We'll put on this one here. Yeah, this is good music to listen to. Okay, so circuit breakers. That's in essential number 1 and 2. All right, gear lever. Let's make sure that is down. Gear lever is down. Okay, speed brake handle. That is forward. Flaps and handle. That's in. Okay, they agree. Stabilizer trim, making sure it's full nose down. And stabilizer, I wanted to say was right here. Okay, so stabilizer trim is full down. Make sure minimizes mismatch between. Okay, so that's fine. Throttles are closed. Transponder is on standby. Radar is off, it looks like. Yep, radar is off. ATM switches, they are back here. Somewhere back here are the ATM switches. Yeah, ATM switches. Okay, they are off. Okay, AC hydraulic pump switches. They are all unlatched. Galley power switches. which are down right here. Those are all off. Fuel tank pump switches. Okay, all the fuel tank, where's fuel? Where are you at? Okay, all the fuel switches are off. Master jettison switch and dump switches. Okay, they are all good to go. Let's switch to the next page here. All right, passenger oxygen manual switch. Make sure that is guarded and unlatched. So that should be up here. So it's guarded and unlatched. Here, let's go ahead and knock out some of these here that we just did. ATM. Okay, now we have standby power. So battery switch, let's make sure that is off. All right, battery switch is off. Let's go ahead and turn standby power on. Standby power is over here. It doesn't say anything yet about DC or external power. I tell you what, let me get the external power connected and the AC power. So we'll go to ground. I love this tablet, by the way. And okay. So standby power, let's turn you on. Okay, unarmed light is on. Standby power flow bar. Let's go take a look at that and make sure that is on. Standby power flow bar is on. DC and AC essential bus fail lights. Okay, they are on. DC and A standby, those are off. Okay, DC meter selector, let's do standby, no. What is it here? AC meter selector is an inverter? Standby bus. Okay, DC meter. Oh, DC meter selector, standby DC bus, okay. So let's move this to standby DC bus. Then we have check 26 volts to 28 volts. That looks good. AC meter, let's turn that to inverted. Well, that's already at inverted. Check frequency 400 hertz and 115 volts. Pretty, yeah, looks about right. All right, now let's turn the battery on. Unarmed light should have gone out over here. Yep. Now we can arm the standby power. Guard it. Now the flow should be out now. Yep. Standby power flow is off. DC, AC bus fail lights, those are still on. Those should be off. Okay, ACES, okay, so normal BG1. AC and standby bus, oh, yeah. Standby, the lights are out. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, flight engineer panel lights, let's set those. as needed. They're down here. Okay, overhead lights, those are up here. Pretty sure of it. Yeah, panel lights. There's main panel lights right here. Not main panel, I'm sorry, overhead lights. Center console floodlights. We have more lights over here. Instrument, utility, glare shield. More lights down here. I think. Yeah, right here. Center console. Ignition, instruments, engines, and then we have instrument, utility. I like it's got a weather radar on both sides. It's pretty nice. Weather radar down here. All right, so all those lights are out. I mean, not out, but we did all those lights. All right, next is the fire testing for the APU and the engine. But yeah, see here how it's got, how we're not initialized yet? Once we get everything pulled in, it's gonna put our waypoints here, and then you can actually import them into the Civ A system here. This system here is just for performance, for like speeds and descent and stuff like that. All right, detection loop selector. Let's see here. That's going to be over here. All right, what's it say? Detection loop selector for. Okay, so both. Okay, so all of these are on both. Press loop A and B test. Master fire warning lights should be on. I guess. I don't see them any, well, I guess they are lit up here. I don't hear any bells. There we go. Okay, so that all worked. Okay, we did all that. Fire master warning, we did all this. We did it, test loop B, okay. External electrical power connection. Okay, we already have the GPU connected. Let's see here. Hang on. I gotta switch pages here. I love that. I like printing this shit out in color. I like having the, like the blue and the, I don't know. Something about printing stuff in color I like a lot. It makes me feel like I'm rich. I feel like I'm rich because I can print out in color. Okay. Let's turn on the GPU power, the ground power. So we see it's available. Let's go ahead and turn that bitch on. Oh, hang on. First, let's change our selector to external power. Here's our voltage. Okay, that all looks good. Frequency is 400, close to it. Now we can turn on the external power. All right, we have available on. Voltage, 114 volts. Bus tie breakers are closed. Okay. That all looks good. We can now start the APU. So let's get that started. So APU master switch on. Bleed air shutoff valve is unlatched. Compressor mode is minimum. One tank boost pump on. See, I want to say it's this one here, but the other day it looked like it was this one here, even though this one, you know, says it there. See, it has that one there. I thought that was very strange, because then if I click on this one, oh, there we go. Okay, all right, I got you now. Okay, so let's go ahead and we turn this one on here, and then make sure that the valve is on, which it looks like it is. Yep. All right, now we can push the start switch. There we go. Almost. Almost. Once it stabilizes. All right, let's make sure that the APU has power over here. So where are... Okay, when APU... Oh, I gotta switch the breaker, I guess. Nope. Okay. So we have APU here. Let's switch this on. Let's turn this off for now. Okay, APU generator field. Okay. Here we go. Generator field. Now we have flow bar. All bus tie breakers are still closed. And we should have power here as well. Yep, okay. So now we have air conditioning. Fuselage isolation valve switch. That's going to be around here somewhere. Yep. All right, so let's see here. Those are latched. Cross bleed valve switches. Okay, are now latched. Pack flow control lights. All right, I don't see anything that says pack control flow lights, so those are unlatched. Pack auto manual control switches. We can set all those to auto. Okay, they are on auto. Ground control RAM auto switch. Okay, that's fine, it's on auto. Hot air isolation valve switches. Those are both off. Yep, off and unlatched. Zone trim switches, which are right here, I believe. Yeah, those are all, make sure they're all latched. Okay, so those are latched. Okay, that all looks good at 12 o'clock there. Okay, area. Hang on, I gotta switch pages again. We're on page 4. So we're making some good headway. It's 22 pages, I mean, and that covers like getting up in the air, landing. Okay, so we have zone trim switches. Okay. Where are we at here? Okay, area duct overheat light. Oh no, selector. Okay. So we had that set, is it supposed to be on loop A? Yeah, loop A, area overheat test switch, let's hold that. Okay, we can see everything light up. All right, and then we can now put this on B, do the same thing. I like when you push the test switch in, it like, you don't have to hold it. It stays in, that's cool, I like that. Okay, so we did these checks. Let's put this back on both. All right, if using ground, air, okay, yeah, that's, a second, somebody blowing my phone up, man. Oh no, it's just my camera system. It's just my camera system. Somebody hit like on this damn video, damn it. Somebody hit like, subscribe, send some members my way. All right. So ground, okay, if ground air conditioning will be used, ground air conditioning, select AC cart in the ground tab of the PFB. We already did that. If APU bleed air will be used, ground air, deselect AC cart. Okay, let's see here. APU bleed air shutoff valve. Okay. Make sure it is latched. Pack flow, okay. I think we make sure of that. Pack control. Pack flow control, those are in. APU selector mode, let's put that in normal. Hot air valve switches, make sure they're all in. Hot air isolation valve, make sure they're in. Humidity control as required. Yeah, what is the outside air temperature? Not really sure. Right now it's 15 degrees, so we don't have to worry about humidity control. All right, now we can put the INS to alignment. There's 3 of these. So we have one here, one here, one here. All right, so that is almost, so that should be done now. So we've done everything for the flight safety inspection here. I guess I missed a check mark here somewhere. Let's fix that so somebody doesn't say, oh my God, you didn't complete it. Nobody's gonna say that, it's okay. All right, so flight engineer station. Brake temperature check panel, right? So left gear. Those buttons are over here. I saw them before. Where are you hiding? Now this didn't work on Xbox for me, but we'll see if it works today. So push in this one here, and then test. Okay, that worked. All right, now let's do this one here. Oh, switch out. Okay, now let's do this one. Let's do the same thing. All right, that works. Let's unlatch it. Let's go to number 3, do the same thing. Okay. Turn that off, turn this one on. Very good. Okay, turn you off. All right, so we've tested the brake temperature. Wheel well, fire panel check. That was right here. Okay, detection is on both. Hold in number A. Bell sound, I don't hear a bell. Master fire. Don't see any anything about any kind of fire. All right, well maybe it's not programmed all the way. We'll just continue. We'll pretend like it's doing it. All right, B. All right, we can hear that. Now let's put this on A. Okay. Okay, so it all works. We can finish this up. Fire bell. All right, engine, turbine, cooling, and air panel. Let me get to this page here. So that was 125, 126, wheel well, and now we're on engine, turbine, cooling, air panel. All right, I'm almost to another page here. We're rolling through this thing here. All right, here's the engine, turbine, A test button. All right, that's good. A test button B. Okay, that works. Let me switch pages here. 126, now we're on 127. All right, now we have nacelle, pylon, overheat detector panel. That's right next to it on the left, as you can see. All right, now we have detection loop. It's on both. Press and hold the test button. Okay, that works. And release. Okay, so that's all good. That one's done. Hydraulic panel check. All right, make sure reservoir is in the green. We're in the green. Reservoir low quantity. Lights are out. We have engine pump shut-off switches. Flow bar lights are on. Okay, so that's good. All right, EDP case drain, high temperature. All right, those are out. EDP output low PR lights on. Let's see here, low PR lights. Thought this would have been there. EDP low PR lights. Unless I'm just missing it. Let me... What about you here? Yeah, see, it's not really showing you anything. EDP strain high temperature light. It's got to be right over here somewhere. Yeah, I don't see it. ATM switches are off. That's still fine. Okay, here's low. Okay, yeah, those are all out. And then the EDP. Those are AC pumps, brake accumulator. Oh, maybe it's... You know, were they down? No, they weren't down here, I don't think. It's IDG. Are these the EDP light? Okay, these are the EDP light. Okay. All right, ATM switch is off. Tachometers are all at 0. Those lights are out. Those lights are out. PTUs are unlatched. The rat light is out. Ram air turbine. All right, B AC pump latch in. Okay. All right, B is on. System B pressurizing. Okay. C pump switch, let's latch you. Once this stabilizes, we'll go ahead and latch our PTU switches. Hit the flow bar on. Okay. PTU on. Minimum, we need to make sure we have 900 PSI. For A, we need a minimum of 900. For D, we need a minimum of 1400. We have that. Okay, now we can turn PTU off again, now that we verified all that. Excellent. Okay, now we have our electrical panel down here. So IDG oil temperature, all normal. Galley and power, I think we need to turn all those on now. Turn on, yep. All of those are good. We're on page 127 now out of 146. Now we're on page 128. IDG low pressure lights. Those are on. AC meter. We have it on external. We'll put it on APU for now. Okay, engine generator, field trip switches, push those on, let's see here, field trip switches. All right. All right, flow bar lights, we don't see any. Engine generator B. Oh, what does it say here? Engine generator, breaker close switches. Okay. Oh yeah, close. should have, hang on, let's do this here. Okay. Open lights are on. Flow bar lights are out. Now engine generator breaker close switches, press them. KVR, okay, less than 81. These are all at 0. All right, DC meter, check all buses for normal indication. That looks fine. DC meter, let's put you on battery. This is still on B3, G1. Okay, flight station. We have flight, what does it say? Flight station? Okay, and bus tie breakers. Check flow bars are on. That all looks good. Fuel system panel check. All right, refuel power light out. Fuel quantity, let's test and hold. Now we haven't done anything yet to like put fuel in our airplane. We're just leaving it how it is. All right, tank quantities, check. Tanks 1, 3, check. Okay, latch, let's see, what does it say? Tanks 1 and 3 quantities, values indicate a total amount. Okay, latch tank 1A and tank 3A switches. Okay, so 1A, 3A switches. Okay. Display only tanks and okay, and make sure the transfer switches are unlatched. They are right here. Well, it's cross feed, but one of these is a switch, I'm sure. Okay, that all looks good. Tank pump switches. Make sure all the flow lights come on. Cross feed flow bar when open. Okay, that all works. Okay, what does this one say? Okay, all tanks, okay, are latched. Master and tank jettison switches. Those are all unlatched, which is good. Okay, fuel control amplifier switches. Those are all unlatched. Fuel indicators. Press and hold. Let me see where that button is here. Which one is this? So after fuel jettison, we have this one here. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And then which one am I supposed to hold in? Oh, that's right. That's right, that's right. I remember looking at this last night, now I remember. Okay, so we gotta hold each one of these in. Well, none of the... Oh, rotate clockwise to test. No, I'm trying to. Alright, it doesn't work. It's fine. Yeah, you can't really push it in, and you can't really turn it or move it. Alright, that's all done. Now we're going to go to page 129. It's exciting, man. We're on step 92 of 182. You don't really have... I guess you don't really have to check all this stuff for you fly each time. You can just use the automated system. All right, engine oil. Okay, all the lights are out. Press and hold the test switches. All right, they all move. Wait a minute, maybe that was the wrong one. That's vibration. It said it was supposed to, oh, that's oil indicator. Yeah, that is it. So it was supposed to move it to the 9 o'clock position, but it moved it to 3 o'clock. Well, not 9 o'clock, but it moved it to like 4 o'clock. That's weird. I don't see any other test buttons here. Oh, here we go. No, that's 12 o'clock. That's the next one here. Oh well, it's fine. We can just do these. All right, 12 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Stand at attention. Okay, oil quantity is okay. Minimum 80 quarts to 2 quarts per hour. Okay, quantity test switch. Okay, and okay, so we did all that. So that looks good. Oh, here's the test. Here we go. All right, now those. Okay, and excellent. So we tested the oil quantity. Okay, engine status panel. So press A. That's on. Filter knob normal. Test button. All right. Now let's okay, press and hold. Okay, and unlatch. Oh, we got to do low. Okay, we got to do each one of these low. All right. Medium. That test is coming up next, the N2 test. All right, that all looks good. Now let's do B. Start on normal. Okay. Now we can do low. Medium. And high. Go to page 130. Okay, unrelease. Hang on. Test button, release. Right. Okay, unlatch, right, and then, okay, unlatch you, move you back to normal. Let's click on all of these. Since we just completed all of that, there's medium, test, release, high, test, release, unlatch. Okay, so let's test these. All right, moves to about 91%. All right, very good. So that's all done. Reverser pressure light. Those are out. Clock. Check. Oh, wait a minute. That is weird how that moves. So holding it in moves it. That is weird. Very strange. Okay. Wastewater panel check. Lights are out. Let's make sure these work. Okay, that all works. Forward cargo compartment smoke panel. smoke detector channel set. We have both. Press and hold test switch. Okay, that works. Alright, smoke detection circuit selector. Guess we can't mess around with this. That is really okay. I mean, okay. Alright, iniBuilds, no problem. So far so good. So far so good. I'm not dogging y'all. One or two buttons not working is no big deal. Alright, aural warning test panel. Okay, all modes set individually. And test one at a time, okay? Alright, cabin pressure. Alright. Alright, that works. So we did all of that. Slat monitor panel. That was right around here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, so light is on, segment lights are off, position indicator is good, monitor switch is out, lock switch is unlatched and guarded. Let's go to page 131. We're almost ready to go to the overhead panel, guys. Isn't that exciting? This is a deeper dive than Black Square. It's all right though. I'm enjoying this. This is fun. All right, engine bleed control panel. All right, high pressure bleed switches. Those are latched. Engine isolation valve switches, those are latched because we have a bar there for flow, otherwise it would say off. Alright, fuselage isolation valve switch is latched. Cross bleed switches are latched. Pack flow switches are latched. Auto M&L is on auto. Yeah, auto right here. Hot air switches are latched. Isolation valve hot air switches are latched. All right, ground control. RAM switch. Okay, that's on auto, that's fine. Zone trim switches. Let's make sure they are latched. Okay, those are latched. And the selectors, you can set those as necessary. Okay, ECS monitor panel. APU. This has got to be right here. Environmental. Yeah, this has to be it right here. There's ECS right here. All right, so we have cool air overboard switch is latched. Okay, cargo heat switches, let's latch those. INS cooling as required. All right, latched when CDU and outside temperatures above 35, okay. Temp selector, we can put that on zone. That's on zone. Adjust each zone and check. Okay. Alright, close enough. ECS temperature selector, ACM discharge. ACM discharge. Pack selector, pack 2. Okay, that's all done. All right, cabin pressure control panel. Let's see here. Mode select is ground check. Alternate select, or altitude select, below airport elevation, which is where it is. Mode select, standby. Forward valve starts to open and stop. Standby rate. Okay. Standby rate hold. See, they're not closing. Oh, maybe they need. Maybe these need to be in. Yeah, they're not really working. All right, that's fine. All right, so forward and aft manual switches latch in. MNL is on, so those are latched. And we need to set our pressure, so we'll just say like this is at here, and then we'll set our barometer. We'll say it's like 29 point, I don't know, 95 or something like that right now. All right, lights are on. Normal rate selector, index. Let's put this on. What do I need to put the standby rate selector back on? Send, and then put it back on normal. Okay, so put it back on normal. Oh no, that's already on normal. Does this need to be back to ascend? It doesn't say, it just says descend. Oh, you know what? Let me go to the next page. Maybe it'll be on page 132. Okay, set. Oh yeah, normal rate selector set to index. Doesn't. Okay. Well, not index, increase. Oh no, it does say index. That's weird. Okay, that's index right there, I guess. And we'll just put this on ascend, I guess. Standby rate. Oh, we'll do hold, I guess. It doesn't matter. We're not going anywhere anyways today. But it doesn't really say where to put the standby, you know, the standby rate. It says it up here, standby rate, put it in descend. And it doesn't say what to do after that. All right, so we've completed this one. Let's do overhead preparations. I missed a couple of checks in here. Let me. Okay, there's one there, and there's the other one. Okay, so we've done all of these overhead preparations. So if alignment is complete, alignment's not complete yet. Let's get aligned. let's get our charts. Now, I forget where I parked. I thought it was run. Actually, does it say right here? No. Oh, A32. Okay. So A32 is right here. Okay. Let's take a look at our charts and get our coordinates for where we are. So let's see here. We have SID, departure, stars. Okay. Departures. Standard coordinates. What's up, Darren? How you doing, bud? Okay, here's the airport. Let's look at parking gates. Yeah, see, we're up here. So I would say we are... Oh yeah, here's A32. Okay, let's get the coordinates for gate A32. Oh, look at this. This is cool. I like this. This is nice. Look at that. That is cool. And then you just click it and it goes away. Very nice. Very nice iniBuilds. I like that. All right, A32. So we're looking at north 3856.9. So let's plug that in. So here we need to go to position, and then it was north 38,569. Let's insert, and now we have the other coordinate is west 77,268. So we have west 077,268. Insert. Okay. So we are now aligned. Let me go ahead and flip our... You know, I should probably do that on both sides, actually. Let's see here. I don't think it'll keep it over here. Let me see here. Position. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Nah, I didn't. All right, let me put this in again. So we have north 38,569. North 38,569. Insert. And then it was west 077. I almost remembered it. 077,268. 268. Okay, insert. All right, very good. So now we are all aligned. Let's go ahead and move these over to nav. All right, let's pull our flight plan in. Let's go here to menu. Oh no, load, ground. Forget where I pulled it in from before. Okay, Navigraph. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, panel states, okay, ground. Okay, sim brief import. Okay, that's fine. There should be our... Oh, here's our flight. No, that's not it. Let's reload this. Let's see if it has the... There we are. Okay, KIAD. Let's get our takeoff performance. Let's sync and calculate. All right, let's see if we can get this to pull in now. Navigation not initialized. Set the initial track first. Oh, I know why I didn't do it. We need to go and we need to send this to the FMC. Or send to INS. There we go. Send to INS. There we go. Here's all of our waypoints it now imported. So now if we go up here and we go up to... I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this tonight, just a minute, because we're doing the checklist. We're not actually doing this tonight. We'll do this another night. But if we go to waypoint 1, right, you see how it's 38, 537 north. See down here? 38, 537 north, west 77427. See? So this will hold 9 waypoints. So like when you're flying and you get to like number 7 or number 6, you can start re-inputting number 1 again. Like to switch number 1, you would just go to the next waypoint. But you know, I'm not going to go through this tonight. That's good. Okay, compass 2, mag, and sync. Make sure that's centered. All right, here's compass 2. Oh, that's a standby horizon 1. Compass 2. Where's compass 2? Oh, compass 2 must be up here. Okay. Mag and sync centered. All right, light test switch. Check all lights. All right, lights look okay. Let's get our checklist back up here. All right, fire handles. Those are in. Okay, master. Oh, we have the light test switch. I guess we could do that if we really wanted to. Okay, they all look good. Okay, let's turn on the master radio switches right here. First officer wipers off. Engine anti-ice switches. Those are all unlatched. Okay, windshield heat. Okay, captain and first officer switches latched. So let's put those in. Okay. Wonder why the lights didn't come on. Those lights should have come on. No, they're not lighting up at all. Oh well, we'll leave them on normal, it's fine. If these aren't going to work, it is what it is. Alright, mock feel. Okay, captain, pitot heat. Mock fuel switches. Where's a mock fuel switch? Oh, yeah, that's right. They're right in front of me. Duh. Alright, so those we need to make sure are latched. It looks like, yep, so put those both in. Okay, those are both in. Hydraulic is latched, it's on. Cockpit voice recorder, sure thing. Engine start lights, they are all out. Ignition A or B. Okay. Instrument standby. We have that on bright. All primary flight control switches are in and latched. Stabilizers inoperable, that's fine. Okay, all surface switches are in. We have yaw, and SAS. Okay, those are on. Compass 1 is on mag. INS is on nav. Okay, we have anti-skid, brake selector switch. System's normal. Let me get to the next page on the printout here. Believe it or not, we're almost ready for the main panel. Isn't that exciting, folks? Isn't that exciting, kids? All right, anti-skid switch. Let's go ahead and set that to normal and turn that on. All right, it doesn't look like anything is really testing here, so we'll just say it tested. A lot of these systems don't work. I read that on Reddit and on a couple of forums so far, but it's okay. We'll pretend like they're working. All right, park and brake. Wherever the hell the park and brake is here. Park and brake. Park and brake is on. Auto brake. Where's the auto brake? Oh, auto brake is probably up here. Well, maybe not. Let's see where it is. I haven't tried to find this yet. Auto brake's up top? Really? Oh, here it is. I've never seen one up top there before. It's pretty cool. Okay, so auto brake is off. Captain wipers are off. All right, exterior lights. Landings off. Nose wheels off. Runway turn-off lights. All right, let's put on our logo lights. Position lights are on. Strobes off. Anti-collision off, wing floodlight, wheel well. Okay, emergency lights test. Okay, let's put them on. Unarmed light comes on. Turn it off, the unarmed light goes off. Let's leave it set to arm and guard that. Seat belts. Let's put those on. No smoking. All right, I must have missed one here, or a couple of them. Yeah, captain wipers I missed. There we go. All right, let's go to the main panel prep. So we've already set our nav. Okay, autopilot set IAS V2 plus 70. So we can actually set our heading bugs from here. So that's now set. All right, heading. We can move it if you really want to. I mean, like, we can pretend that you know, it's on. Heading. Okay, very good. Turn on both flight directors. Okay, both autopilot masters are off. Course 1 and 2 will pretend they're set. Altitude, right. Toga, engage. Now Toga, you can activate right here. Nav 2, we don't need to worry about that since we're doing now. If you want to switch from VOR to this nav down here, you have to use this button here, radio or INS. INS is our flight plan, radio is VOR, ADF. All right, instrument comparator test. All right, where are you? Oh, right here. Okay. All right. Okay, so that worked. Okay. AFCS mode. Let's press and hold this in. All right, that works, and that works. Instrument panel test. Okay, ASI, ADI, no flags. Radio altimeter, looks okay. Standby horizon looks okay. No flags. Standby ASI, everything looks okay. HSI looks okay. BSI, no flags. So no flags anywhere. Landing gear, we have down and green. Brake system pressure is normal. Okay, so we are all done. Now we can do center console. Let me get to that page. What does it start with? INS 1 and 2. Okay. It's 133. Okay, that was that one. That's 135. We are almost ready for the engine start, actually. Yep, center console prep. That's what we're. Yep, we are almost ready for engine start. That's cool. I love how it's got like these takeoff cards here, like flaps. I mean, that is really. Some of the stuff they have in this airplane is really cool. This is one of my favorite things here. With the flaps, I love that. Okay, INS 1 and 2 is set. Yep. Pressure set. Pitch and roll disconnect handles are. Not really sure where the disconnect handles are. Let me see here. What? Pitch and roll disconnect handles. That's weird. Where are they at? I've never seen these before. Let me like go back here and just see if I push this button again if something will happen. All right, I guess these are pitch and roll disconnect handles. I guess that's what they're called now. It looks like a throttle to me, but it's okay. All right, speed brake lever, that's all the way forward. Throttles are closed, flaps are in. Oh, here's, dude, I'm such a moron. They're right here. Okay, so those look okay. They're normal and they're in, okay. Fuel and ignition switches are off. Communication, radios. We know how to work those. ADF is fine. INS3 we've already set. And rudder and ailerons are trimmed out and at 0. Rudder and ailerons. Okay. Actually, no, the ailerons are not at 0. Well, they're not even registering right now. Maybe they'll register once we get the engine terminal, maybe? See if I can move the trim, if that'll help out. I don't really see it moving anything. I mean, it's moving the wheel. Yeah, it won't let me move this right now. Maybe the airplane's got to be on. I don't know. It's okay. It looks like it's zeroed out, so that's good. All right, now engine start. Now I want to do one thing before we start the engines. I wanna get this all set up here. Okay. So EPR is 634. Hang on, let me see here. So EPR for takeoff. Yeah, 634. So let's plug that in. Huh. It should let us plug this in. All right, let's put the gross weight in first. Let's see here, gross weight. So we have 380. So let's plug that in. Why it's not allowing us to plug this in? It should let us do this. There we go. Okay. So we'll just say that. Okay, now EPR we have... We still can't put that in. All right. Let's see if we can do this here. Okay, 380. Fuel we have 87.1. So we'll just say fuel 87.1. That won't work. We'll just say 87. Oh no, it will work. Okay. So we'll do 871. And the outside air temperature, we'll just say it's like 15 degrees outside right now. Oh, there's the EPR. Okay. So let's put in the actual outside temperature then. So, oh, it is 15. All right, 642. Very good. So there's takeoff. And we have flight climb. Very cool. Top of climb. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's all done. Let's go ahead and get our engines turned on. That seems to be the next step here. Well, actually, we need to get a couple of things disconnected first. We have to get rid of the GPU cart and the AC cart. Okay, pneumatic pressure for engine start can be supplied from 3 sources. Typically, engine 2 is started with APU bleed, then 1 and 3 are started using cross bleed. Okay, cross bleed from another engine. Okay, let's get rid of the AC cart. And let's turn off the GPU. Unless it's, okay, yep. So ground service, we're going to say is that, and let's turn you off. Then we're going to back up and get out of here. So let's see here, close all doors. All right, and then we have, let's see here, ramp truck. Maybe not. Let's see here, load sheet. I thought that would have been it. Oh, here we go. Here's pushback here. All right, let's turn, let's release the parking brake. All right, let's start pushing back. I think a lot of this checklist you could probably really bypass. A lot of this stuff doesn't really work. Some of the stuff doesn't even work either. Some of the tests and the checks. Yeah, this pushback didn't work too well the other night for me either. Let's try this again. Yeah, it's weird. It won't like push you back normal. It'll only push you back like on an angle. See? It won't push you back. All right, let's make sure bleed is on. Yep, it's on normal. All right, don't we need to turn on fuel and shit? Hang on a second. Yeah, fuel pumps need to be on. Okay. So let's see here. Transponder, let's set that to TARA. Even though we're not really flying tonight, we'll still set it. All right, anti-collision lights. Turn those on. Starter, A or B, or both. Select A for first flight, and I'll turn, okay. Door lights are out. Galley power, hang on, we'll turn that off. Let's finish. Let's stop here before we crash. Let's put our parking brake back on. All right, galley power, let's turn that off. All right, fuel pump, tank 2L or 2R. All right, we'll make sure we'll turn both of those on. Oh, we already have all the fuel pumps on. Let's, I didn't realize we still had them all on. All right, so 2L. All right, we'll say 2L, we'll leave that on. If using APU air, let's set APU to minimum mode. Okay, packs 1 and 2 on. All right. All right, that works. All engine isolation valves, check they're all in. Okay, isolation valves are on. Okay. Pneumatic pressure, a minimum of 24%. All right, that's fine. All right, engine 2 ground start switch. Let's push that switch. And then once we have N3 is at 20%, we'll turn the fuel on. Okay, fuel on. Okay, ground start, 20%. Okay, we can go to page 138 now. Okay, if APU air is used for the next start, unlatch engine 2 isolation valve. Okay. So unlatch engine 2 isolation valve. Cross bleed valves, let's latch those. Okay, those are latched. And then we need to turn on fuel pumps for number 1. All right, and then we can start engine number 1. Oh, maybe I canceled it by accident. Yep. Nope. Yep. Maybe. Yep. Nope. What's it doing? Is it starting? All right, maybe I missed something here. If APU errors for the next start, engine 2 isolation valve. Oh, maybe I need to turn this one off as well. All right, let's try that now. Nope, okay. So let's try this again. Okay, so engine 2 isolation valve is closed. Well, here, we have it right here. Engine 2 isolation valve unlatch, which it is. Cross bleed valve switches are open. Tank 1, we have that on. Wherever fuel is, yeah, down here, tank 1 we have on. And then engine 1 ground start. Maybe I'm pushing the wrong one. Was I pushing the wrong one? No, I wasn't. Okay. Let me try if I need to do a different, let's try this. Okay, maybe I need to do air start then. Yeah, it should just start right up. So weird that it's not starting. It's got to be that we're not getting any air pressure to it. But it looks like we have pneumatic pressure. Like if I turn on bleed here, oops, yeah. See how it's got a lot of pressure? And if I turn that off, the pressure should go here. Let me turn off this isolation. Maybe I need to turn that one off. Nope. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so maybe this pack switch needs to be off. There we go. Okay, so I think pack switches have to be off. Okay, maybe that's it. Yep, that was it. All right, pack switches, very good. So again, at 20%, we'll 20% at N3, we'll put the fuel on. I love that it has our waypoints listed out here. This is so dope. It makes it so easy to keep track of your flight when it's just in front of you like that. Yeah, see, if we were doing this flight from Dulles to Denver, these would be all our waypoints. And we'd have to continually type these in, because it only has room for 9 in this system here. You could always input it in here. I think next stream tomorrow night we're gonna probably work on setting up an actual flight and like setting the actual navigation. It's got like a fly-by-wire type system with CWS, and then command is actual autopilot. Okay, so this is now set. Okay, engine 1. Well, I think we're, oh no, we're not okay yet. We have to turn off this isolation valve. And then that should bring the pressure up here, so we can start engine number 3. We won't make that mistake again. Now we know what we're looking for. All right, when we get to 20% again, we will turn on the fuel. If APU air was used for start, APU generator brake, open light. Yep, open light is on. Oh, that's not the right thing. APU generator breaker light. Okay, I think that's the one right there they're talking about. Okay, right there. Oh, there's a... Okay. Open light is not on. Now it is. Okay, unselect the shutoff valve. Tell you what, let me get these packs turned back on real quick. And packs. All right, now we can shut off the APU. You know, we didn't put our generators on. Are they on? Oh yeah, they're on. Okay. All right, 2 minutes after stop, so that's fine. So yeah, so that's engine start. We did that. Now we have after start checklist. There's only 33 items. I think we're gonna go all the way up until maybe like line up or takeoff. I think we'll go up to takeoff, and then we'll finish that. Let's see here. We'll finish that next time. Okay, so now we have after start. Ooh, it's in blue. Sweet, I love blue. Blue is fucking lit. Freaking blue. All right, APU, okay, engine bleed control panel. Right here. Okay, we have all engine high pressure switches are in. All engine isolation valve switches are in. Fuselage is latched. Cross feed, the cross bleed, latched, and pack flow is all latched. They're in. Hydraulic panel now. We need to turn on our ass to mouth, our ATM switches. Let's turn those on. And then ATMS shutdown should be on auto. Okay, yep, shut off all the warning lights. Tune 3. We didn't line this one up. I forgot that. I didn't realize there was 3 systems. Okay, so when you line up, when you plug in your position, don't forget number 3 as well. Okay. All right, what are we looking at here now? Pack flow. Okay, hydraulic panel set, ATMs on, ATMs auto. Okay, auto. Warning lights out. Hydraulic pressure is normal. Okay, put the galley lights back on. Engine generator. Hang on, let me switch pages. So now we're on page 140. All right, electrical panel, galley is on. Engine generator field. Okay, close all. Okay, those are closed as well. That's why they don't say open. Generator loads are... Oh. All right, generator loads, let's see here. Yep. All right, generator loads are about equal. Temperatures look okay. Okay, we don't have any weird lights on or out or anything. Okay, all the fail lights are out. ESS AC control lights. These all look good down here. Okay, AC meter selector generator 3. UC meters on battery. Essential power is normal. BG31. Okay, that all looks good. Fuel panel. All fuel pumps are on. Cross feeds are unlatched. Captain pitot heat switch. That is up here. All right, those are both on. Alpha probe heat is on. Windshields are on normal. Engine anti-ice we don't need. Stabilizer, we need to set that for takeoff. Does it say where we need to be for takeoff for stabilizer trim? Oh yeah, 3.31, okay. And flaps, 10%, we'll set those in a minute. So we need to be at 3.31.
Flaps 33. Flaps 22.
Thought I was able to adjust pitch and trim with my controller. I guess not. Yeah, it won't let me move it. What the hell did I just click on? Yeah, that is so weird that I can't move that. Let's see, hydraulics. I don't think I missed anything in the hydraulic panel. Unless PTU needs to be on. And the AC pumps. Let's see, maybe that needed to be on. Yeah, I still can't adjust this. Very weird. Is there another button? Can I use the steering column maybe? Like, I don't see it. Oh, is it moving actually? Hang on. Yeah, I don't see it moving. Oh, there we go. Now it's at 7. Oh, wait a minute. It's moving now. There we go. Okay, so close enough. There we go. Okay, so if we need to move, then we need to use this wheel here. Could have sworn I had that. Oh, it is programmed. It wasn't moving. All right, well, it's good now. Now that's in. All right, speed brake. Let's cycle those. Okay, that looks good. Oops. All right, that's good. Let's set our flaps for takeoff. So flaps are flaps 10. Oops. That was weird.
Flaps 14. Flaps 10.
All right, flight controls. We'll pretend those are fine. And that's it. Then we have taxi checklist. So it's really just lights that you need to turn on and then line up. So normal, so it's, okay, so unlatch, so it's pack 2 only. So when you go for takeoff, it's only pack 2 on, which is right here. The rest of these you would turn off. And then once you get up in the air, let's see here, pitch, clean, climb mode, auto brakes, then you turn packs back on before 5,000 feet. Okay. And then, oh wow, 1A and 3A transfer switches. That's got to be for fuel. Yeah. Transfer switches. Where are the transfer switches? I don't want to look for it, but so we have 1A. Oh, right here. Here's transfer switches. Both open. Oh wow, you need to open them both up, huh? That's very interesting. Very cool, man. I'm looking forward to oh, if it's not equal in tanks. Okay. That's interesting. That is very cool. So if it's not equal, I'll have to do some more reading about that. But yeah, man, so that's going to do it for tonight. There's a lot here. There's hundreds of items you got to do to get up in the airplane. You don't have to do them all. I just want to restart real quick and just see if the automatic mode will do something. Because I wasn't doing it on Xbox the other night. After that, I'm going to call it a night. Go back and continue to read about this airplane. I said last night I want to learn this airplane as well as I know some of the other airplanes that I've interacted with as time's gone on. The F-28, the A-146, the RJ, Comanche. You know, some of these airplanes I know extremely well. Oh, look, another UFO in back there. Sweet. Yeah, right here. UFO right back there. All right, let's try. First of all, let's bring in our sim brief. That's all loaded now. Now let's try this autocomplete.
Got it. Pre-flighting now. Stand by.
Maybe next time I'll get my Turtle Beach system connected. We'll set the throttle. All right, let's see if it's turning the APU on. No, it's not. Let me click on complete and see if it'll do it for us.
Hey Cap, that flow is all set. Aircraft is yours.
Sweet. I still don't see the APU turning on. All right, we'll turn it on ourselves. And then, all right, so fuel panel's now set. APU is turning on. Okay. All right, I see what y'all are doing. All right, APU is almost good. Let's complete the...
Did my job. Got that flow all set for you.
All right, and then we would start the engines. And then let me see if I can start engine number... See, it doesn't look anything like we had set up. Like, I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't say it doesn't look anything like it, but I don't know. Let's try turning on engine number 2 and seeing what happens. Yeah, it's not triggering. We don't have enough pressure. You can see we don't have pneumatic pressure. So yeah, so that's not correct. So we have to turn off this one here, this one here, turn off the cross bleeds. And we have to turn this on. Now we have pressure here. So now we can be able to start our engine. Okay. Well, anyways, that was cool. It's a very long checklist. You really do need to do a good chunk of it, though. That's the thing. Like the bleed panel, you really need to pay attention to. Bleed fuel. Some of the other ones, like the temperature and you know, auto warnings, like some of that stuff you could probably get away with not doing. But yeah, man, that's definitely an in-depth checklist, man. It's fun. So, all right, I'm getting out of here, man. I got to work tomorrow. I'm gonna go eat me some dinner. And about it, my friends. Hit like, subscribe, tell your mama about us, tell your neighbor about us. Just knock on their door right now and just say, hey, man, you need to check out Greg's channel. You need to go and check it out. I'm going to go watch DSP and go be a little bit of a troll for a while. So I'm going to have me some fun tonight. All right, I will see you on the next episode, The Airplane Show. See you.